Have you noticed your legs feeling cold, going numb even in warm temperatures, or waking you up at night with cramps? Or maybe by evening, your feet swell so much that your usual shoes won't fit. Many people write this off as age. I'm over 60. What can I do? But today, I'm going to prove to you that poor circulation in the legs is not inevitable. It is a signal your body sends you every single day. And here's the most surprising part. One of the most powerful tools to help your legs costs next to nothing and is found in every home. It's what you drink every day, or rather, what you drink the wrong way. Let's understand what happens to your legs after age 60. Your heart is an incredibly smart organ. When blood resources are limited, it operates by priority. Blood goes to the brain first, then to the heart and lungs, then to the internal organs. The legs are at the very end of that queue, last in line. As we age, several things happen at once. Blood becomes thicker, blood vessels lose their elasticity, venous valves weaken, and the lymphatic system starts struggling to do its job. The result? Swelling, numbness, cramps, constant cold feet, and trophic skin changes. It becomes dry, thin, with discoloration appearing. Now, for the most unexpected part. One of the main causes of poor leg circulation in people over 60 is chronic dehydration, and most people don't even suspect they're dehydrated. Why? Because after age 60, sensitivity to thirst drops sharply. Your brain simply stops sending the signal on time. I need water. You can be dehydrated and feel no thirst whatsoever. What happens to blood when you're dehydrated? It literally thickens. It becomes viscous, like syrup, and moving through the tiny capillaries of your legs becomes extremely difficult. Imagine trying to pump thick syrup through a thin straw. That's exactly how your heart works when you don't drink enough water. Before talking about what to drink, let's go over what does not work and what most people think is enough. Myth 1. I drink tea so I get enough fluids. The caffeine in black tea and coffee has a diuretic effect. For every cup of coffee, you lose more fluid than you take in. Myth 2. I eat soup every day. Soup is good, but it doesn't replace a proper drinking routine. The body needs clean water for full cellular hydration. Myth 3. I'll drink 1.5 liters in the morning and hit my daily quota. A mature person's body can't absorb a large volume of fluid at once. The kidneys will treat it as a load and flush the water out quickly. The benefit will be minimal. So how should you drink water after age 60? 3 golden rules. Rule 1. Small sips, frequently, 2 to 3 sips every 30-40 minutes. This gives your cells a chance to truly absorb the water rather than flush it out through the kidneys. Rule 2. Drink most of your fluids before 5 to 6 p.m. In the evening and at night, metabolism slows down. Drinking a lot in the evening leads to morning swelling and puts strain on the heart. Rule 3. Drink room temperature or slightly warm beverages. Cold water triggers vascular spasms, and a spasm means an immediate drop in blood flow, especially in the extremities. Remember a simple guideline: 6 to 8 small glasses of water throughout the day, spread evenly, without long gaps. That is your basic daily target. Now let me tell you about one simple habit that can change the condition of your legs. It's a morning glass of warm water on an empty stomach. While you sleep, blood naturally thickens. You don't drink for 7 to 8 hours. By morning, its viscosity is at its peak. And this is exactly when strokes and heart attacks occur most often. 200-300 milliliters of warm water in small sips right after waking does several things at once. It gently reduces blood viscosity, activates venous and lymphatic drainage in the legs, kickstarts intestinal peristalsis, and prepares the vascular system for the day ahead. Many of my listeners who adopted this habit report their legs feel significantly less stiff in the mornings. Post-sleep swelling has decreased. Cramps are less frequent. The first special drink in our toolkit is weak green tea. Emphasis on weak. The brew should be light like golden water. What makes it powerful? Green tea contains polyphenols, especially catechins. They reduce inflammation of the vessel wall and lower platelet aggregation, meaning the blood becomes less sticky. In addition, catechins improve the function of the endothelium, the inner lining of blood vessels. The endothelium controls how easily vessels expand and contract in response to the body's needs. Recommendation: 2 to 3 cups of weak green tea per day between meals. Not strong. Strong green tea contains a lot of caffeine and acts as a diuretic, canceling out the benefits. The second drink is rosehip decoction. This is a true pharmacy for your blood vessels, created by nature long before pharmaceuticals. Rosehip is among the record holders for vitamin C content, and vitamin C is the building material for collagen. Collagen is what keeps vessel walls strong and elastic. In addition to vitamin C, rosehips contain bioflavonoids, primarily rutin. Rutin strengthens capillary walls and reduces their permeability. This directly reduces swelling in the legs. How to prepare? Put 2 tablespoons of dried berries in a thermos with 500 ml of hot water, not boiling, and steep for 6 to 8 hours. Drink 1 glass twice a day in courses of 3-4 weeks. The third drink is medium mineralization mineral water, still or with minimal carbonation. What makes it different from regular water? It contains magnesium, calcium, and bicarbonates. Magnesium is the key mineral for the muscular walls of veins. It helps veins contract and push blood upward toward the heart. When magnesium is deficient, very common in people over 60, venous tone decreases. Veins stretch. Blood stagnates. This is what causes heaviness, swelling, and that cotton leg feeling. How to take it? In 3 or 4 week courses, 1 glass 2 to 3 times a day, 30 minutes before meals. Choose water with at least 50 milliliter of magnesium. Check the label. The fourth drink may surprise you. It's water with a small amount of natural apple cider vinegar. How does it work? Chronic inflammation of the vessel wall is one of the main factors that makes blood viscous and impairs microcirculation. Apple cider vinegar contains acetic acid and antioxidants that reduce this inflammation. It also improves metabolism and helps normalize blood sugar levels. And elevated blood sugar is one of the biggest enemies of blood vessels. Recipe: 1 teaspoon of natural apple cider vinegar, at least 5% acidity, unfiltered, in a glass of warm water. Drink once a day, preferably in the morning or at lunch. Start with half a teaspoon to test your stomach's reaction. If your stomach can't tolerate vinegar, don't worry. We have an excellent alternative: water with turmeric and black pepper. Turmeric contains curcumin, one of the most studied natural anti-inflammatory compounds. It literally calms inflamed blood vessels and improves endothelial function. But here's an important nuance. Curcumin on its own is very poorly absorbed by the body. This is where black pepper comes in. Piperine, the active compound in black pepper, increases the absorption of curcumin by 20 times. Recipe: 1/4 teaspoon of turmeric and a pinch of black pepper in a glass of warm water. Stir well. Drink 3 to 4 times a week after meals. The taste is distinctive, but your legs will thank you. Now let's talk about drinks that actively harm your legs. These need to be eliminated or sharply reduced. Sugary drinks, packaged juices, fruit drinks, sweetened compotes, fizzy drinks. They contain huge amounts of fast sugars. These trigger microinflammation of the vessel wall and sharply impair microcirculation. Alcohol. Yes, after the first glass, blood vessels dilate, and your legs may feel warmer. But within 30-40 minutes, a spasm follows, and the next day, thickened blood and worsening venous stasis. Strong black tea and coffee in large amounts, they constrict peripheral vessels, impair blood flow in the legs, and dehydrate. If you can't give up coffee, limit yourself to 1 cup in the first half of the day. Let's bring it all together and build a practical daily plan. You don't need to implement everything at once. Start with one step. Morning. Immediately after waking, 200-300 sloshful of warm water in small sips. Then, 20 minutes later, have breakfast. Daytime, every 30-40 minutes, 2-3 sips of room temperature water. 1-2 cups of weak green tea between meals. Optionally, a glass of mineral water 30 minutes before lunch. 3-4 times a week, add one of the special drinks, rose hip decoction, apple cider vinegar water, or turmeric water. After 6 p.m., only small sips of water when you feel thirsty. No active drinking sessions. You're probably thinking, sounds good, but when will it work? Let's be honest. You may notice the first changes in as little as 3-7 days after introducing a proper drinking routine, most notably, reduced morning stiffness and fewer nighttime cramps. After 2 to 3 weeks of consistent practice, most people report less swelling in the legs by evening, softer skin, less coldness in the feet. After 1 to 2 months of systematic effort, improved overall circulation, less heaviness in the legs, better tolerance of physical activity. But it's important to understand this is not a one-time treatment. This is a new way of life. Your blood vessels were formed over decades, and recovery will also take time. The key is consistency and patience. We've covered a lot of ground in these 20 minutes. Let's summarize. Poor circulation in the legs after 60 is not a death sentence. It is a signal that your body needs conscious, caring attention. The right drinking routine, small sips regularly with the right beverages, can significantly improve the condition of your blood vessels. No expensive procedures, no complex diets. Starting right now. Begin with something small. Tomorrow morning, after waking, drink a glass of warm water in small sips. That's one step, but that's exactly how big changes begin. If this video was helpful to you, hit the like button. It helps the channel grow and reach more people. Share it with those who need it, parents, friends, loved ones. Subscribe so you don't miss future episodes. We'll keep talking about how to live actively and healthily after 60.